Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and I wanted to give my final review of cryptocurrency in Kuni. I've emphasized restraint for quite a while and patience since, of course, crypto and gaming is relatively new, and it seemed like Netmarble and Marblex were actually adjusting and changing things. Well, we're 100 days past now, and I want to go over some of the benefits, some of the cons. I want to talk about some of the hysteria that we saw at the launch of Ni no Kuni, and whether or not it's been beneficial for the consumer or whether or not it's hurt us. So let's go ahead and dig in. So, just to give you guys some perspective right now, currently the conversion of Terite to NKT to Marblex is about 800 Terite to 1 NKT. It's about 5 NKT to 1 Marblex, which is about $3.67. So, daily, if you are farming your currently allotted amount of Terite, assuming you're over level 100, you're making about 73 cents daily. And when I'm looking at things like the benefits of cryptocurrency and when I'm looking at the cons of cryptocurrency, a lot of what I focus on is, as a consumer, is this helping us or is this hurting us? And what's the benefits that cryptocurrency have brought to Ni no Kuni? Honestly, there really has been none. I've tried really hard to look on the side of, the crypto market in terms of maybe giving people more access to money that they otherwise wouldn't have. For example, that idea that the game could be play to earn, which doesn't necessarily seem to be the case, even if you are in a non-American or non-European country. The amount of money that you're making is still pretty minimal, and you're still capped on the amount of money that you can make. So it's not having that large of an impact, particularly if you are spending in order to keep up with that. So as one of the only tangible benefits of a pay play to earn game, it has not, I would say, successfully done that. It has significantly more harms to the game than it has benefits, and you can see these harmful things going on, and it's very tangible. So you can see, for example, when Ni no Kuni launched, we had an influx of bots before we had Unbound and Bound Territe. So that's one of the first things we witnessed, and we did see Marblex and Netmarble address this. They did address this situation slowly, but it was a problem for 3, 4, maybe even 5 weeks where people could not log into the game. And if they did want to log in, they had to pay, right? And that was kind of my first experience with crypto. Is I realized that crypto and gaming is always going to have kind of a third group of people, very similar to like gold farmers, where they want to play the game in order to make money or to make crypto. And what I thought was interesting, just to give a side tangent here, is these bots were not affecting players' gameplay, other than the fact that players were not able to log in. They weren't getting spammed with gold messages, they weren't getting spammed with anything else. So if Netmarble had just anticipated this or kind of worked them into the system, this could have actually been really beneficial for Netmarble as well as beneficial for players, because it would not only help Netmarble maintain its currency price, right, as well as its cryptocurrency, but players wouldn't necessarily be inconvenienced. So I just thought it was really interesting that the bot issue was so huge, particularly since it should have been expected to happen. They should have been able to find out that this was going to happen. Now, there's a couple of other things going on that we're going to talk about that are very game specific, that the game has also had actually been altered for the cryptocurrency. One of those was the removal of free diamonds. And I would say this is the most egregious problem that the cryptocurrency has caused. Is traditionally on the Korean side, you could, after 3 months in the game, they released the capability to get free diamonds from Familiar Adventure. And that's been fully removed from the game as it is. And I've emphasized a lot, patience. Maybe they're going to roll it out in the next update. And it just never came. And, I can be patient and I can be, understanding that this is a kind of new market game that's releasing and maybe they're changing things and adjusting things, because Netmarble genuinely seems to be trying to change things for the better. But it's these fundamental things that aren't getting changed that are causing problems right now. Very similar to this would be the removal of the cursing cap on the global side of the game. Now, I recognize it's not a cap, but on the Korean, Taiwanese version of the game, if you went over level 30 in cursing, you had an opportunity to get a -10, which stopped players from cursing their gear exceptionally high. On the global side, because cursing is intricately tied to the cryptocurrency, what happens is they remove that cap and players are now able to exponentially increase their cursing weapons. So this is very powerful. This is more powerful than anything you could do in the game. Literally, they implemented, mounts, they've implemented other features in the game, and it just doesn't matter. If you have high cursing, dude, you're set. You need nothing else. And it has caused so many problems. And it's interesting to see that, they're trying to market the game as very PvP right now. They're trying to make it seem like there's tournaments that can actually matter, when really the only competition is going to be between who has cursed the most or who has spent the most cryptocurrency, right? So it's become this really distorted version of what the game is on the Korean and Taiwanese side. And while we do kind of look to their side and see oh yeah, relics and aurora links are coming, it doesn't have the same impact, right? Because literally it doesn't matter if relics and aurora links are coming. As long as you're cursed hella, you're gonna be fine. I think this is just an ongoing problem. I think the cryptocurrency in Ni no Kuni has been, and I can say this now, an absolute disaster. In the beginning, we saw the implementation of Terite, and while Terite may not necessarily in itself be too bad, the fact that it was used as a limiting resource for players and was not easily generatable for players was a huge drawback for people. When we think about crypto games, right? When we think about games that are changed for cryptocurrency, what's basically happened is Ni no Kuni has kind of ticked all the boxes that you're not supposed to do if you want a crypto game to be successful, right? You're not supposed to remove things from the game, right? You're not supposed to implement features into the game or systems in the game that are going to specifically focus on the cryptocurrency, right? So that would be, for example, Terite. I would even question the need of Terite in the system right now. I still don't think we need it. I would look at things like Lava Valley. I would look at things like matchmaking, right? And I would look at the way players are behaving and exploiting the system in order to get cryptocurrency. So that would be, for example, running a 150k Engi, running a character like we've seen multiple times on stream when I've been doing Lava Valley, that has double dodge rolls, right? Or a macro, or hackers in general, right? Having all of this and not accounting for any of this, having kind of no accountability over the game and the gameplay, has kind of caused a disaster. And it's amazing to me, that the American market is still kind of floundering alive right now, because so many people have kind of called this out already. Granted, it's been mostly, crypto hysteria, but there is a fundamental truth at the foundation of this, which is that this is pretty bad. The crypto in the game hasn't done anything. In fact, it's actively made the game worse. And I don't think it was a good idea. I don't think it was implemented smart, and I just think it was, as of right now, absolutely terrible. Now, I will say, I'm not on the side of some people who were like, oh yeah, children are going to be crypto mining in the Philippines, which is genuinely what some content creators had said previously. But I do think that this has not worked out well, and I am concerned what it means for the future of Ni no Kuni with NFTs coming in the future. Who knows, you know? Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the description, and I will catch you guys next time.